change my mind again.
Well, do you remember Grandma's old book?
A book? Which book? Oh, the book from collection of stories.
Yes. Why don't we read the story to our honored guests?
Are you crazy? There's no one here.
Can we see to our honored guests?
Oh, now I can see.
In the very beginning, the continent Europe, as we know today, did not exist. For 5 million years, there was only a large peninsula without name, like a huge figurehead standing out on the prow of a giant ship.
In the west, the Indian Ocean was extended, an ocean that no one had crossed. In the south, 2 close consecutive seas standing with islands.
In the north, the immense polar summit of the world, expanding and contracting through centuries like the breathing of a monstrous frozen jellyfish. In the east, the vast land that breathes with the various peoples and tribes along with their civilizations would cross.
At the end of the Ice Age, 12,000 years ago, the peninsula accepted new tides of immigrants. Unknown pioneers and visionaries moved slowly to the west, crossed lands and sailed through seas, reaching the most remote islands.
They established new civilizations, leaving masterpieces as their legacy. Years later, the children of the classic era in the ancient Greece would ask about the origins of the human beings. There came the myths that would tell them about the divine creator. They would tell them about the great flood and about the myth of Europe.
Once upon a time, there was a king who lived in Tyros, Syria, and he was married to Τηλεφάσα.
Μια φορά και έναν καιρό ήταν ένας βασιλιάς που ζούσε στη Τύρο, στη Συρία και ήταν παντρεμένος με την Τηλεφάσα.
They had 3 sons and a daughter, Princess Europe.
Είχαν 3 γιους και μια κόρη, πριγκίπισσα ανθρώπου.
She was so beautiful that Zeus himself fell in love with her, and he managed to make her his own by applying with plenty of cunning a daring plan.
Ήταν τόσο όμορφη που ο ίδιος ο Δίας την ερωτεύτηκε και κατέφερε να την κάνει δική του, εφαρμόζοντας ένα αρκετά τολμηρό μα και πονηρό σχέδιο.
It was a beautiful spring morning. Europe and her friends were picking up flowers, making garlands, playing and dancing in a meadow not far from the seashore.
whose nod shakes the world, laid aside his royal majesty with his scepter and took upon him the form of bull, disguised. He showed up in a meadow. His whole expression was peaceful.
You look at him with admiration. So beautiful and friendly was she. At first, she was afraid to touch him. But after a while, she drew near and held out a flower with snowy white leaves.
The disguised lover kissed her hands, and when her fear has gradually been allayed, he yields his breast for her hands to touch, and his sword to entwine with garlands of fresh flowers.
The princess even dares to sit up on his back, little knowing on whom she rests. The god, little by little, edges away from the dry land and sets his worried hoofs in the shallow water.
He goes farther out, and soon is in full flight on the open ocean. Her fluttery garments stay behind her in the wind, and the magical journey starts.
The journey of Europe and Zeus ended in Crete. The sacred wedding took place in Wartina, a town near Knossos, under a plane tree, which then has never shed its leaves.
Το ταξίδι της Ευρώπης και του Λιανιών κατέληξε στην Κρήτη. Η ιερή νόμη στη Βόρτινα, μια πόλη κοντά στην Κνωσσό, κάτω από έναν πλάτωνο που από τότε δεν ξανάρχισε ποτέ τα φύλλα.
Meanwhile, the three brothers of Europe wandered all around the world in order to find her, bringing presents such as the Phoenician alphabet and more elements of their civilization.
Εν τω μεταξύ των τριών αδέρφων της Ευρώπης περιπλανήθηκαν σε όλο τον κόσμο με σκοπό να την βρουν, χρονώντας δώρα όπως το φωνητικό αλφάβητο και άλλα στοιχεία του πολιτισμού.
Ships have been carrying people, commodities, and civilization.
Ο ολόκληρος μεσογειακός πολιτισμός χαρακτηρίστηκε από μια αέναη κίνηση. Τα πλοία μεταφέρουν ανθρώπους, αγαθά και πολιτισμό.
The ships of Asian navigators have been sailing like flattering garments of persons in Europe and the wind.
Τα ηχθεία των αρχαίων οδικών έμεναν για πάντα να νομίζουν όπως τα πέπλα της Αιγύπτιας Ευρώπης στην άβρα του Ανέμου.
Έρχεσαι να είναι μακρύς ο δρόμος, γεμάτος περιπέτειες, γεμάτος γνώσης.
Hopeless journey is a long one, full of adventure, full of discovery.
Τους λεστριγόνας και τους κύκλοπας, το θυμωμένο Ποσειδώνα μη φοβάσαι. Έρχεσαι στον δρόμο σου ποτέ σου δεν θα βρεις, αν μένει σκέψη σου υψηλή, αν εκλεκτή, συγκίνηση στο πνεύμα και το σώμα σου αγγίζει.
Estrigonians and Cyclops, angry Poseidon, do not be afraid of them. You never find things like that on your way. As long as you keep your thoughts raised high, as long as the rare sensation touches your spirit and your body.
Τους λεστριγόνας και τους κύκλοπας, τον άγριο Ποσειδώνα, δεν θα συναντήσεις. Αν δεν τους κουβαλείς μες στη ψυχή σου, αν η ψυχή σου δεν τους στείλει εμπρός σου.
Estrigonians and Cyclops, wild Poseidon, he won't encounter them, unless you bring them along inside your soul, unless your soul sets them out in front of you.
Πάντα στο νου σου να έχεις τη μυθάκι. Το φτάσιμο εκεί είναι ο προορισμός σου, αλλά μην βιάζεις το ταξίδι διόλου. Καλύτερα χρόνια πολλά να διαρκέσει και γέρος πια να ράξεις στο νησί, πλούσιος με όσα κέρδισες στον δρόμο, μη προσδοκώντας πλούτη να σε δώσει ηθάκι.
Unless you bring them along beside you, Ithaka gave you the marvelous journey. Without her, you would not have set out. She has nothing left to give you now.
Η Ηθάκη σε έδωσε το ωραίο ταξίδι, χωρίς αυτήν δεν θα βγαίνεις ποτέ στον δρόμο, αλλά δεν έχει να σε δώσει πια. Κι αν το χική την βρεις, η Ηθάκη δεν σε γέλασε. Έτσι σοφός που έγινες, με τόση πείρα, ήδη θα το κατάλαβες, η Ηθάκη στη σημαίνει.